Greetings and a very good morning. Salam sejahtera, salam Malaysia Madani. Welcome back to our second session of the day with our title Corruption Offences according to MACC Act 2009. Joining you today, it's me, Livindra Nadesan from the Faculty of Cinematic Arts. Alongside me, we have our distinguished guest speaker who will be carrying our show for the next 2 hours. Our distinguished guest speaker has completed his degree in survey engineering. He is a certified integrity officer of MACC MACCA. He was also the assistant superintendent of the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission from the year 1985 to the year 1997, and now he is the vice president of PAKAR. So without further ado, let me welcome our distinguished speaker, Tuan Haji Ishak. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. Thank you very much.
Okay. So can you say a few words about yourself, sir?
Okay. For your permission, I'm joining anti-corruption agency. That time was in 1984-95. During that time, I have the same batch with for your permission also same batch with now the present Chief Commissioner of Tan Sri Azam. Same batch with him. Even also same batch with Tan Sri Abu Qasim. But I left earlier. My service only from 1984 to 1997, because after that I'm joining JLC, Government Link Company. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So without much ado, I think let us move on to our slides, our next session, the main agenda of today. So to start with, I think I do have a question. So it is understood that the government agency which enforce the law must have their sources of power to pursue their task. Example, police department with their police act. Sir, could you please name the sources of power for Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, which is MACC, to investigate corruption cases?
Yes, for MACC, they must have their own sources of power to pursue or to investigate all the cases related to corruption, which is known as a MACC Act 2009.
Alright, so okay, sir, thank you for that. Before we move further about corruption, could you please define what is corruption?
Okay. Corruption, when we talk about corruption, there is a lot of definition of corruption by either by international or local organization. For example, for the World Bank, they describe this corruption as the abuse of public office for public gain. The one is from World Bank. Integrity of people in the position of authority. I think for this TI they spell out in integrity, whereas I believe that during this morning session which is presented by Paku, they already explain what is the detail about integrity. Okay, for TI International UK, they divided the bribery into three category. They split detailing as offering, promising, giving, accepting or soliciting of an advantage as an inducement for an action which is illegal, unethical or a breach of trust. Whereas active bribery, as an employee of the company offers, promises, or give an advantage. Whereas passive bribery, an employee requests, agrees to receive or accept an advantage. For in general, corruption is about receiving or giving gratification or bribe to do something related to his official duties. I think for this one, we must focus the difference between the corruption and other different money is about official duties, because I think on daily tawir we can saw there is a lot of money transaction, but it's different when it related to official duties.
I see. So, sir, as we are all aware,
Yes.
based on your investigation experiences, could you please list out other words which is the same meaning with corruption?
Yes, that's why I agree. Because when we never heard the people, come on, there is no corruption money for me. They never say about corruption money. But sometimes these people, they're very smart. They will change the name to other words. Okay, for example, through our what call observation, there is a lot of words which is same meaning with corruption. For example, hush money, or in Malay is pelinci. Even kautim also. Memang soal kautim ke? I think kautim words also is considered as corruption money. Straight to the point, sometimes coffee money also.
Kopi.
Yes, black coffee, petrol money also. And then sometimes we call it repunching, tumbuk rusuk in Malay, repunching. And then budal makan suap, makan suap. And then tribute normally is used for the, old Malaysian ancient time tribute. And I think it's a popular word also is under counter money.
Alright, sir. At this stage, we have some knowledge about corruption, on how it works, on what types of name it has. My next question to you is that I have a perception that corruption is all about someone asking money from other people. Am I right to say that other than money, it is not considered as corruption? Or is there any other forms of corruption in this real world?
Yes, it's a very good question, Livindra. Okay, even I have the same perception before I joining anti-corruption agency, because in my mind, in my mindset, I just related when talk about corruption, it's about money only. But in the real world, there is a lot of form of corruption. Of course, money is one thing. Sometimes also a gift also can categorize as corruption. Bonus, services, wages, position, and discount. But this one must be detailed out, so we can differentiate where all these things. There is a borderline where you can accept as a gift, or you accept as a bonus, or you can accept as wages. Then we can detail later on. And involve giving and receiving gratification, because under MACC Act there is 4 major corruption offences. That is under Commission Act 2009. The first one is about soliciting or accepting bribes, which is fall under section 16A and 17A under MACC Act 2009. The second one is offering or giving bribes, which is fall under section 17B MACC Act, the same act, 2009. The third one is false claim. I think false claim also is considered a serious offence. But this one, people they we call it they do not notice that false claim also is considered as corruption under Section 16 MACC Act. And the last one is abuse of public position for gratification, which is fall under Section 23 the same Act. Okay, let me explain to you about what it's about soliciting or accepting bribe. Okay, when any person who solicit or accept gratification bribe as an inducement to do or not to do a certain act. Okay, person who solicit or accept bribes or gratification as an inducement to do or not to do a certain act. Okay, for example, flight. For previous case, we have a flight ticket bribe. Deputy Director of Bandaran Putrajaya, he was jailed because he received a return flight ticket from Kuala Lumpur to London worth to 3,022 ringgit from a contractor, and as an inducement to award a maintenance project for Taman Putra Perdana Putrajaya worth of almost 3.5 million to the contractor. And for this case, on the 20 March 2012, he was sentenced to a 2 years imprisonment and fine of 15,000 fine. Or default 40,000 months imprisonment. He received a bribe of 13,000 as a gratification to lighten only, even though the sentence had been passed, but only because the lighten the sentence of a Sharia offender and to approve of polygamy application. Then you can see how this what call it the bribe, you have to pay a high price. Because of 13,000, you have been sentenced for 6 years and 210K fines. I think this show that a bribe is not what you call it. It's bad for you lah. When you have been caught for the corruption cases. And then for this one, I think this one on the sexual services. On the 2015. A public agency officer was charged with soliciting sexual favors from a single mother as a favor to obtain approval for owning affordable housing under Project Perumahan Rakyat Termiskin (PPRT).
Oh,
yeah. Further on, a mathematics lecturer received bribes to increase student marks. Yeah, this one happened in 20. Sorry, it's okay. This one happened in 2014, where the court sentenced a mathematics lecturer to 1 day's imprisonment and 20,000 fine after he was found guilty on 5 counts of corruption. He received a total of 1,130 in gratification to increase the marks of 2 students in mathematics and statistics.
Wow.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah. Okay. The following one is about headmaster soliciting bribe from canteen operator. This thing happened in 2017. A headmaster was sentenced 8 months imprisonment after he found guilty on 2 counts of corruption, amounted of 4,400 from canteen operator. The offence was committed in October 2015. The bribe was obtained just to get a support letter to extend the canteen contract at the school. Sorry. Okay. The next one, jail for selling degrees. This one is, sorry to say, it's related to the MMU. This thing happened in 2018. A sales executive received and about 11,000 bribe from individual. But further investigation showed that no one in so happened there's no one in MMU staff involved. I believe that this person segregative, they act on their own, without any what call it, without any from involvement with the MMU staff. Okay, number 2, offering of giving bribes. So the definition is any person who offers or give gratification to an agent or public officer as an inducement for doing an act that is related to his or her duties.
Okay, so I think we can stop there for a while. Maybe we will continue the session back after a short commercial break.
Yeah,
Alright?
yeah,
So
okay.
stay tuned, guys. We will be coming back to you in another 3 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Belajar je, Papa.
Hei, kebenaran datang sini bukan nak belajar lah. Kebenaran nak mulakan pekerjaan baru di MMU. Bye, tata titi tutu.
Cik Papa, dah bersedia untuk hari pertama bertugas sebagai kaunselor MMU?
Sudah tentu, kaunselor kebenaran tak pernah tak sedia.
Tumpah tanya, boleh tak terangkan tentang kemudahan yang ada dekat MMU?
Hai, buat apa terangkan kalau boleh tunjuk terus kan? Biar kebenaran jadi tour guide kamu. Jom! Inilah dia perpustakaan digital Siti Hasma.
Wah, siap ada kafe.
Perpustakaan ini dibuka 24 jam. Sorry ya.
Lepas tu, apa lagi kemudahan yang ada dekat sini?
Ada banyak lagi. Jom ikut kebenaran. Dah sampai pun ke studio green screen. Ada studio moken. Mak Mas 5G pun ada. Lepas kelas boleh ke gym untuk bersenam. Atau ke kolam renang bersaiz Olimpik untuk berendam. Jadi, adakah kamu berminat nak belajar di MMU, wahai anak muda?
Ya, saya rasa MMU universiti yang terbaik untuk saya.
Kalau macam tu, isi borang ni dan daftar sekarang. Isi cepat.
Tapi, saya belum habis sekolah lagi.
Tak apalah. Yang penting, kamu ada cita-cita yang tinggi. Tata titi dulu.
Macam mana Cik Papa? Seronok tak hari pertama sebagai kaunselor MMU?
Memang seronok. Kebenaran tak sabar nak membimbing anak-anak muda lain untuk mencari kebenaran.
Baguslah, sebab ada ramai lagi yang mahu kebimbingan Cik Papa ni.
Ramai lagi. Pilihan yang terbaik untuk masa depan kamu. Carilah kebenaran di MMU.
Tanya Cik Papa. Kami terima banyak komen positif tentang hasil kerja Cik Papa sebagai kaunselor.
Kebenaran hanya menjalankan tugas demi membimbing anak-anak muda ke jalan kebenaran.
Baguslah macam tu. Tapi hari ini kita ada tugas yang lebih mencabar dari biasa.
Rombongan tadika.
Kita dekat universiti dah.
Kamu semua tahu tak, dekat MMU Melaka ni ada macam-macam kursus yang menarik.
Adik-adik, kalau kamu belajar dekat sini, kamu boleh ceburi pelbagai bidang kerjaya dan jadikan cita-cita kamu kenyataan.
Cita-cita? Cita-cita saya? Apa, Pakcik? Bukanlah, boy. Cita-cita tu kita kena pilih sendiri. Macam Pipi. Bila dah besar nanti, Pipi nak jadi pengarah cerita kartun. Boleh tak, Papa?
Mestilah boleh. Di MMU, semuanya boleh. Jom!
Okey, jom!
MMU menyediakan pelbagai kemudahan moden untuk mengajar dan belajar.
Saya nak pilih robot yang paling canggih dalam dunia.
Bagus, Vijay.
Cita-cita Melo pula nak jadi peguam. Dan tangkap jenayah.
Dan saya pula nak jadi jurutera.
Bagus adik-adik. Muda-muda pun dah ada cita-cita tinggi.
Kamu pula Otoy, dah tahu ke apa cita-cita kamu?
Dah tahu pakcik? Cita-cita saya nak belajar di MMU. Pilihan yang terbaik untuk masa depan kamu.
Carilah kebenaran di MMU.
Tanya
Welcome back to our today's session, Corruption Offences According to MACC Act 2009. So, resuming back from where we have left, sir, offering or giving bribe. So, yes. It's okay.
Continue for this corruption offences. So, in February 2018, a machinery and machine spare parts supplier was sentenced to a month's imprisonment and 10,000 fine. Jadi balik Start balik
Alright, we are resuming back, sir. Shall we go to the slide straight away, sir? Of offering and giving bribe. So we were talking about the incident which happened in Kuala Lumpur on the 19th February 2018. Yes.
Okay. The case is related a machinery and machine spare part supplier was sentenced to a month imprisonment and 10,000 fine because of giving 1,100 bribe to a police officer during a raid at the entertainment center. The accused was found to be positive of meth drug, bribe the police officer not to take for his urine sample, at the same time to change it to tap water to be filled into the urine bottle.
Wow.
The offense was committed on 31st January 2018 at Meridian Entertainment Center, Cheras. So, okay. The other case also involved a contractor jailed for the 3 months of giving bribe in Ipoh, whereas a construction contractor sentenced to 3 months imprisonment and 15,000 fine of 5 months imprisonment in default for bribery. He was charged with giving 3,000 to an enforcement officer from the Land and Mines Office, PTG, in Malay called Pejabat Tanah and Galian, Ipoh, not to take action on its company which produced stone without a permit. Okay, the next case is about this immigration department. In 2016, a trader was sentenced to 1 day in prison and 10,000 fine.
Wow.
Yes, often was giving a 610 ringgit bribe to senior immigration officer as an inducement not to take action on him for not having a legal work permit. This shown that not only the taker of correction only can be charged, the giver also can be charged. That's why we have to know that this both giver and taker actually is the offense is fall under Corruption Act also.
Both the parties.
Yes, both party.
So if you're offered a bribe, what should you do?
Oh, I should answer to you lah. So what you should do if you offer a bribe?
Well, if it's not in front of you, I think I'll probably take. No, lah, sir. I think I wouldn't accept any bribe. I think we have to be truthful to what we are doing.
Yes. I think this is the beauty of this Kia course for this new student, because because we know that student is the future leaders, either in political field or other in government or private sector. At least with this course, you can differentiate which is corruption, which is not, and you have to avoid this because it's very dangerous when you involve in corruption. take my words.
Mm-hmm.
You take my words. You have no future because of the corruption.
True.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to our third
Yes.
slide, which is false claim.
Yes.
Yep.
False claim is about any person who use or submit claim documents containing false details with the intention to deceive their office. Okay, example of this false claim, we can see claiming full payment, but the goods are not supplied or short.
Oh.
For that one, for example one.
Okay.
For example two, claiming payment for goods that do not match the stipulated specification.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this one you can see. Okay, let's say for this one case, JKR technician was jailed because of the false claim.
Ah.
Sorry. A contractor was charged at the Butterworth Section Court with claiming payment for the construction of 405 meter fence worth 11,300, whereas sorry. Whereas, sorry. Think.
Oh, it seems to be interesting. A contractor was charged at the Butterwood
Yes.
court.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Actually, the actual meter fence is a 405 meter fence, but the actual land on the ground is only 162.2 meter only.
Mm.
So the contractor and the JKR technician were found guilty because of this case, and they were sentenced to 4 years imprisonment. Sorry. Okay.
Wow. The dean was sentenced to prison.
Yes, yes. Because of this, the dean was sentenced because it endorsed the supply of multi-joint 2 AP equipment was 138K. However, the actual equipment sent was type of multi-hip, which only cost 28,000 only. Sorry, madam.
It's okay.
Let me back out because I'm not feeling well.
Alright,
Okay.
so on the 30th of January 2012, there was also a case which was sentenced to 1 years of imprisonment, and the fine was 10,000 ringgit. Huh?
Yes, yeah.
Wow. Okay. So we have the manager and CEO of Mara Education Foundation.
Yes.
So what's about it?
Okay, this is about 2 senior officer of YPM, Yayasan Pelajar Mara, endorse 9 programs kecemerlangan ilmu dan sahsia diri murid for para education department. But in fact, all this program was not implemented.
Oh.
Yes. But
Okay.
even though the program is not implemented, but they endorsed the program was about 33,000, which is total amount of for the whole program is 304K. So because of this, on 2013, the YPM CEO was pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 1 day in prison and 300,000 fine.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
So, okay, we have claiming salary for non-existent employees.
Yes, this one also category as a false claim because the branch manager of Keselamatan Kisco in Perak, they are charged with making false claim for false salary and overtime amounting of 40,000K. The false claim was under the name of individual which are never worked with the company. The period claim was for 1 year, from January to December 2012. And the accused was pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 18 months imprisonment and 200K fine. So, okay, this one is about false claim for personal beauty treatment. The senior manager of a Malaysian airport holding Sdn Bhd pleaded guilty to 3 counts of submitting false claim worth 15,000K. The accused was prosecuted for using credit card meant for official MAHB purposes. That means the card is for official, but they did for their personal gain. This is also considered a false claim.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
and the guy was sentenced by session court to a and was fined for 46,000 K.
Wow. Also, talking about all of these things, we also have a misappropriation of adun allocation.
Yes, this also happened in 2009. Teratai adun I think Teratai in Perak, mistaken. And his assistant submitted 7 false claims for community program in conjunction with Chinese New Year and Thaipusam. In fact, the program was never conducted. And the adun and his assistant were found guilty. They were sentenced for 2 years imprisonment and 50,000 fine for each charge. Okay, number 4 is about abuse of power by public officer. Definition of this abuse of power is using a public officer using its position in making a decision or taking any action on matter which is in which he or his relative or he or associate hold interest. Yes. Okay, give you 2 examples for this one. Example number 1 is about head of government department approve a project for his son company. Okay, number 2 is about project director of JLC company decide to select a tender for a company owned by his sibling. Okay, for this one, I think I better to elaborate further. Okay, let's say for example, head of department approve a project for his son's company. It doesn't mean that when we call it this head government doesn't mean that his company cannot enter any project within this company. They can. I mean, his company can also bid the tender in the government company, but he must follow the procedure. Whereas the head of government have to declare that his son's company also involved in the project, and he has to declare pull himself inside the meeting, which is made decision on that issue. Yeah, I mean they when this thing happened as an offense because he never declared that the company is belong to his son. That's the problem. And when this thing happen, it falls under corruption matter.
Understand.
Or abuse of power. Okay, for this one, we give one example. Husband and wife actually guilty of abuse of power at Padang Terok Community College. They found guilty for abuse of power. The wife prepared a local order for the supply of electrical equipment spare part worth 34K to a company owned by her sibling. Meanwhile, the husband endorsed the local order. So you can see, we call it the collaboration for each other, and how this so-called as abuse of power. So,
I see. So, corruption happens in a lot of places, right? As we could see, even in government bodies, be it a private body, no matter where there is corruption, and MACC is helping us out in order to investigate and catch them. So, let us discuss more about it. But before that, let's have a short commercial break, and we will be back soon.
Belajar je, Papa.
Hei, kebenaran datang sini bukan nak belajar lah. Kebenaran nak mulakan pekerjaan baru di MMU. Bye. Tata titi tutu.
Cik Papa, dah bersedia untuk hari pertama bertugas sebagai kaunselor MMU?
Sudah tentu. Kaunselor kebenaran tak pernah tak sedia.
Tumpah tanya, boleh tak terangkan tentang kemudahan yang ada dekat MMU?
Hai, buat apa terangkan kalau boleh tunjuk terus kan? Biar kebenaran jadi tour guide kamu. Jom! Inilah dia perpustakaan digital Siti Hasma.
Wah, siap ada kafe.
Perpustakaan ini dibuka 24 jam. Sorry
Lepas tu, apa lagi kemudahan yang ada dekat sini?
ada banyak lagi. Jom ikut kebenaran. Dah sampai pun ke studio green screen. Ada studio moken. Mak Mas 5G pun ada. Lepas kelas boleh ke gym untuk bersenam. Atau ke kolam renang bersaiz Olimpik untuk berendam. Jadi, adakah kamu berminat nak belajar di MMU, wahai anak muda?
Ya, saya rasa MMU universiti yang terbaik untuk saya.
Kalau macam tu, isi borang ni dan daftar sekarang. Isi cepat.
Tapi, saya belum habis sekolah lagi.
Tak apalah. Yang penting, kamu ada cita-cita yang tinggi. Tata titi dulu.
Macam mana Cik Papa? Seronok tak hari pertama sebagai kaunselor MMU?
Memang seronok. Kebenaran tak sabar nak membimbing anak-anak muda lain untuk mencari kebenaran.
Baguslah, sebab ada ramai lagi yang mahu kebimbingan Cik Papa ni.
Ramai lagi. Pilihan yang terbaik untuk masa depan kamu. Carilah kebenaran di MMU.
Welcome back to our session, and we are discussing about corruption offences according to MACC Act 2009. So, Tuan Ishak, we were talking about the husband and wife lecturers guilty of abuse of power.
Yes.
So, if you could elaborate once again about it, we will have a clearer picture.
Okay. This case happened in somewhere in January 2017. Then the husband and wife, they are working in lecture at Palantra Community College. Because of this conspiration, prepare local order for the supply electrical equipment, spare parts was about 34K, which is the company owned by her sibling. Meanwhile, at the same time, the husband endorsed the local order. Because of this, they have been sent. The husband has been sentenced for 1 day in prison and a fine of 170K.
Wow.
While for this wife, they was sentenced for good behavior for 3 years with a guarantor. So lucky because the wife was not sentenced to the jail.
So, okay, and as we could see with our next slide, it is stated that it's abuse of power in supply of lab coat, 4 years in prison, 130K fine. So, this happened in Georgetown, right, sir?
Yeah.
It was on the 26th of July 2016, and it is said that an officer at the Pulau Pinang Education Department was charged with abuse of power around the year 2013. So, please elaborate more about it, sir.
Okay, this thing happened because the accused was endorsed. A payment voucher was 26K to Syarikat Nur Ehsan Maju Enterprise for the supply of lab coats to school assistant across Pulau Pinang. The accused was found to hold interest in the company. The accused they have interest in the company, and because of that, the accused was charged with receiving 20K from individual who has official dealing with him. And in 2019, the High Court upheld the sentence of 5 years imprisonment and 130K fine to the accused.
Wow. That's a lot, huh? 5 years of imprisonment and 130K fine for the accused. Well, so moving on to our next case study, which says that principal appoints own company, where the principal of SMK Perempuan Raja Zarina Pelabuhan Klang abused her position.
Yeah.
So what was it, sir? What happened there?
Okay. This issue is related corruption cases related when the what call it the principal selected his own company to supply teaching aids worth 2,000 and equipment and stationery worth 4,500. And for this case, in 2017, she was sentenced to 9 months imprisonment and 40,000 K fine.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we have looked into a lot of cases, but this particular one case
Yeah.
attracts me. I think because this is going to be something sensitive, right, about
Yeah.
this case, because the CM abuses absolute power to
Yeah.
appoint his own family company, where it happened in Kota Kinabalu on the 5th January 1991. Chief Minister of Sabah was charged with abusing his absolute power. And I also know personally that Sir was also a part of this case.
Yes.
So if Sir could say a few more words about, deeper about this case, we would like to know and learn more about it.
Okay. Thank you, Livindra. Okay, sure. Okay, for info, this case was investigated by myself and my one of our senior officer. During that time, we started the investigation in somewhere in 1987.
Wow.
1988, yes. I still remember because that time I was just married in 1888.
Oh.
And I was that time I was attached to HQ of MACC. Then because of this case, we have been stationed at Kota Kinabalu almost for 3 months. 3 months to investigate the case. And okay, I think many I can say that this case okay, at least we can say something about this the safety of the MACC officer during the investigation. For your info, during this investigation, we have a lot of obstacle. I mean, at the same time, I still remember that time the state legal advisor was Tan Sri Gani Patail, our former Attorney General. Because of the case, his house was, I'm not sure whether I want to mention or not, but it's just a fact that his house has been Molotov cocktail by somebody, and even our team also have been what call it have been followed by somebody to ensure that our case cannot be done in proper manner. But this is very challenging, very challenging for us. But Alhamdulillah, at the end of the case, we managed to complete the case, and the case was been we call it the chief minister had been charged with abusing of absolute power, and he was found guilty and fined 1,800.
So laws are laws, right? Rules are rules. No matter if you're the CM or if you're a commoner, it is still the rule. So I think in this matter, I should personally thank MACC for doing such good things in order to save us from corruption. So moving on, we have our Malacca Exco's case over here. Malacca Exco was involved in meeting to approve land to own company. This happened on the year 1997 on the 31st of May. Prosecuted for being involved in an Exco meeting to approve land application to Ivory Heights, Sdn Bhd for a fishery project. So what is it about this, sir? What happened during this event?
Okay, this case when this in the ESCO meeting, the suspect, he did not declare having personal interest in that company. I mean Ivory Heights, Sdn Bhd. So because of that, the company actually belonged to him, but he's using other's name as a proxy. And at the same time, he received 500,000 K when the company and land given by the by the government, and later the land had been sold. Well, because of that, he was in prison for 2 years and fined 20K.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. So we have gone through a lot of case studies now.
Yeah.
We have a broader picture on what and how corruption works.
Yeah.
So here's a question. If a family member applies for a project at a workplace or your place of work, what should you do?
Okay. I think I should ask the question to you.
Okay.
So what the best question?
It's coming back to me.
Yeah. Yes.
So, okay, if a family member applies for a project at my place of work, what should I do?
Yeah.
I think I would welcome them because work is for everyone, but I would
Yeah.
also inform the people in charge or my seniors, my higher managers,
Yeah.
that this person is my relative, is my family member.
Yes.
So that's what I would do.
Yes, that should be the way. At the same time, if you are involved, you are inside the meeting to make decision for that project, you have to declare and you have to, to pull yourself from the meeting. You must not involve in the meeting.
Okay.
You're not in the meeting.
Okay.
Because that one, once you inside the meeting and the decision be made, that means you are using your what call it your abuse your power of office to ensure that your relative get the benefits for that project.
So that is also a type of corruption.
Yes.
Okay. I wasn't aware of this, to be honest. So, sir, I think we have a video coming up next.
Okay.
So, can we have the video played?
What is corruption? To us, it's simple. Corruption is the abuse of entrusted power for private gain. Whether it's paying a bribe to access public services like healthcare and education, or whether it's money laundering schemes involving billions in dirty money, what's important is how corruption affects you, and the cost of corruption can be enormous. Corruption can cost you your livelihood, your rights, your health, your freedom, and sometimes even your life. It erodes democratic freedoms, rule of law, and trust in government. Corruption also reduces your chances for a healthy environment and sustainable future. When money meant to tackle the climate crisis is stolen, that's your future being taken from you. When money meant to improve your local schools, hospitals, and roads is snatched away, opportunities for a better life are lost with it. When money meant to improve your government and the rule of law is stolen, so too is your chance for a more just and secure future. Every year we lose billions to corruption, billions that were supposed to improve all of our lives, our opportunities, and our communities. At times, the scale of the problem can seem overwhelming, but corruption is not inevitable. Together, we have the power to stop corruption. Join us.
The Malaysia Anti-Corruption Commission has detained a total of 34 customs officers suspected to be involved in the illegal smuggling of contraband items, resulting in more than 2 billion ringgit in losses for the country. MACC Chief Commissioner Tan Sri Azam Baki said the illegal smuggling of tobacco, cigarettes and liquor was made through Kuala Lumpur International Airport cargo, Sepang. The detained officers, aged between 30 and 50, span various ranks within the Customs Department. MACC also arrested 27 people and business owners involved in the smuggling following a 6-month investigation.
Alright, resuming back after the short videos. So, these videos have truly educated us. In fact, with your guidance throughout the session, we tend to learn more about how corruption works. What is corruption? So, sir, we have understood what is corruption in detail and a respective act to punish the corruptor. Could sir please outline what kind of punishments are imposed to the corruptor as outlined under MACC Act of 2009?
Okay, thank you, Livindra. Okay. If you involve in corruption, I think it's not. I think it's bad for you lah. Because if guilty, you will imprisonment not exceeding for 20 years, and at the same time, you will be fined 5 times of value gratification, or 10,000, whichever is higher.
Oh.
You understand about this statement? 5 times the value of gratification, or 10,000, whichever is higher.
Wow.
So minimum is 10,000 lah.
Let's
So
say
the maximum is depend how much you receive the money. Okay, if you accept receive let's say 1 million, so you can be maybe you can 5 times million. You can be
5 million.
Yes, 5 million now.
Wow. So okay, we have a few photos right here which shows the proceeds from corruption seized in forfeities. So okay, some examples, and also now we are moving to the statistics of seizure and forfeiture by MACC from the year 2015 to 2020.
Yes.
So yes, sir, please explain about it.
Okay. Okay, you can see here statistic of seizure and forfeited by MACC. Normally this exercise was taken under AMLA, Anti-Money Laundering Act. Because the beauty of the AMLA, okay, for your info, AMLA is just take exercise, I think somewhere less than 10 years before.
Okay.
So, based on our previous experience, we noticed that, okay, let's say we have received information saying that one government officer received 10,000 money from third party, okay, or from third party or from the complainant. But when we raided to his house, we found more than that.
Oh.
Let's say we found more than that. I mean, received money 10,000, but we found almost 500,000 in the house.
Wow.
But before that, without AMLA, we cannot take it more than 10,000. Because we cannot prove that the rest 490,000 is also involved with the corruption. So we cannot take more, as I mentioned, we can only take 10,000 only. But after we had AMLA, we can confiscate whatever cash money we found in the premises or in the house or in the office. That's the beauty. But because of that, it gives a very strong signal to deter for this corruptor to involve in the corruption.
So it is like
this doesn't pay, I mean.
So it is like when AMLA comes in, they confiscate first.
Yes.
Only then they investigate whether the money belongs to you
Yes.
or is it a bribery.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Transaction from corruption, money laundering.
Yes, as I mentioned earlier. Okay. Okay, when we talk about money laundering, okay, there is a lot of process of crime, because when they get this corruption money from the criminal, in this case, criminal is corruption, they can channel it, transfer it to other forms.
Okay.
Maybe in casino, maybe this guy buy boats or transact to other bank accounts which is related to his relative or siblings, or buying property, asset, vehicles, other luxury things. And you got sometimes they go for the extravagant vacations. Yes. But because this together with AMLA, if you convicted with the money laundering, you can bring imprisonment as not exceeding 15 years.
But you will still be there for 15 years.
Yeah. Not exceeding 15 years. I think 5 years will be enough lah. And also come together with the fine time sign 5 times the value of proceed from unlawful activities, or 5 million, whichever is higher. I think the punishment is considered very tough for this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, sir. How about gifts?
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's normal for us to receive gifts throughout our birthday, wedding ceremony, or any other official events.
Yeah.
Let it be from our friends or families. But could you please elaborate further on this matter as a guideline for us, whether we can receive or not receive the gifts from friends?
Okay, good. It's a very good question, Livindra. Okay. I think when we talk about gifts, sometimes gift also can be convert to the corruption. But how does it become a bribe? It's very I call it very thin line to describe on that. But I believe because of this session, we can explain to you detail. When you can receive a gift or when you cannot receive the gift, which is considered not receive gift, which after is considered as a corruption. Okay, you never accept a valuable gift item from contractors, suppliers who have official dealing with you.
Okay.
Okay, let's say during yours, okay, let's say maybe one day, Livindra, you will be married, isn't it? Okay, during your wedding, what call it, wedding ceremony, it's a norm for you to receive we call it gift from friends, your relative, and I think it's just a norm for you to receive. Let's say a gift is worth $100, $50. Is it?
That's normal.
That's normal.
Yeah.
Is it normal for you? Let's say you have been graduated and you work to one of the government company or government sector. And one friend which is related with you in official matter come to you. Okay, Mr. Livindra, I give you a present with your spouse, 10,000 of trip to UK.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That doesn't seem normal to me.
Yes. Now you get some idea on that.
Yeah.
You where you can differentiate. Is it the gift? Is a pure gift or hidden gift? I can say pure or hidden. Which is hidden gift is very dangerous. Which is can be converted to as I mentioned earlier, as a corruption, have a corruption elements.
So that is also considered as a type of bribery.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so we have offense of receiving gifts by public servant, which is under the section of 165 Penal Code. So
yes.
I think you know much better about it, so if you could please explain it.
Yes. Okay, a part of this offense under MACC Act 2009, there is also a special section under Penal Code, falls under section 175, which is clearly defined. A public servant accept any valuable thing without adequate consideration from any party with whom he has official connection. That one can be also been this section also can be used for corrupter.
I see.
Yes. I think this section is very popular also for MACC department. And the sentence for this is 2 years imprisonment or fine or both. It depend on the court.
All of these things are new to me. I'm learning. I'm trying to adapt to this culture because sometimes we wouldn't know which is bribery. And sometimes it's for us as a student. Sometimes it's just a matter of a gift, a matter of a treat. But when we get to know more about this, when we have the idea about it, now we know that okay, this is bribery. Now this corruption is happening here. So gifts becomes bribes. When does it become bribes?
Okay, the gift become bribes when the giver and the recipient of gift has official relation. As I mentioned earlier, during your wedding ceremony in future, I think you have to allow that lah. Make sure that all your. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that you cannot accept your colleagues on official matters. But the the gift must be within the reasonable. As I mentioned, like 1,000, 150 ringgit, 100, I think is quite reasonable. But above let's say 5,000, 10,000, I think it's not acceptable. Okay?
Unless if he's really well to do and he has a genuine heart. Okay.
Okay, number 2 is giving or give influence the decision that will be made by the recipient. Okay, I believe maybe, okay, as I mentioned earlier, maybe the friends who come to you with a 10,000, what call it, honeymoon in UK, maybe they are waiting for some decision from you. Okay, make sure, Livindra, after this, okay, the project, make sure, I give you 10,000, make sure the project will be give to my company. Normally, this thing will be follow up after they give, what you call it, so-called, give bribe to you.
So there's always a hidden agenda behind it.
Yes. That's why you have to notice and alert on that.
Okay.
Because of that, then you will avoid yourself involving in corruption. Okay, number 3, the value of the gift is not commensurate with the gift, as I mentioned earlier.
Okay. So we have a recap and we are proceeding with our Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission Act 2009. So sir, please carry on.
Okay, I think at this stage we better recap because the MACC Commission is very important for you all to know in detail, especially not to receive corruption, not to receive only corruption, not to give corruption only. Okay, also involved with the corruption. As I mentioned, soliciting, accepting bribes under Section 16A and Section 17A under the same Act 2009. Solicit, number 1, accepting, number 2, and then offering and giving. Offering and giving also. Please don't offer, don't give bribe to other enforcement officer or to other people. That one is fall under Section 70B under the same Act. And the third one is false claim, which is fall under Section 18. False claim, that means when you please make sure that you only claim whatever task you have completed. Okay, the last one is abuse of public position for gratification. That one is fall under Section 23 MACC Act 2009. I think these four items very very crucial for you all to know in detail to ensure that you are not involved in corruption in future.
Okay. So alright, so we have along this 1 hour plus journey, I think I've learned a lot about corruption, about how bribery is working. Sometimes gifts are not gifts. So these informations are all new to me. So I hope that all of us have learned a lot of things today, and we would like to thank you very much for being here, for being a part of this program and educating us about what is corruption. So thank you very much, sir, and to all MMU students, thank you very much for joining, and please join the later session where we will have a different guest, a different host will be hosting you. So signing off from the program, I'm your host, Livindra.
Thank you very much.
Okay.